everybody. Welcome to Ham Radio Clubhouse. We're going live. Pull up a chair. Your favorite beverage. I got my cigar.
Hey, Don.
Hey, yeah.
What do you call a bear that has no teeth?
What do you call a bear that has no teeth?
A gummy bear.
And on that note,
Ham Radio Clubhouse. Hello, everybody.
Who gave you that joke? Frank?
Frank.
Mark. F-A-R-N-K. Mark. All right. Hey, guys. Welcome. Welcome, man. This is, I think, somebody correct me, our 8th week or our 9th week?
9th.
9th week. Who thought we were going to get past show week number 2 or 3 without YouTube or the FCC shutting us down? So, but,
I still have my license.
and you're still not inside a Mexican jail.
And I'm not in a Mexican jail. That's even better.
So,
after a full bottle of Nair, you still have hair.
Hey, we got a great show tonight. I really like this one because I know I've been touched by hamming it forward. People have helped me. I have helped others, and this is one of the wonderful things about our hobby. There's a lot of good things about our hobby, but this is one of the things that's a tried, true, and true, ladies and gentlemen's good thing to do, ethical good thing to do is to help out one way or another. And there's many ways. We're going to hear some stories tonight and everything. But before we begin, as always, let's welcome our guest. Jason is here tonight. Jason, KC58WB from Ham Radio 2.0. Man's got a fantastic show. Unless you're living under a rock, I think everyone knows about this guy. The wonderful things that he does. Talking about hamming it forward. You know, Jason's done some wonderful things for all of us. You know, on camera, behind the scenes, he does stuff in his civically in his community. Dude, you know, you're people should be following your examples if they don't know what to do. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. It should be a fun show.
You know, we got a lot of things going on. So going around the room just as the traditional clubhouse. You know, get to see everyone. Beer snack. What do you got going on tonight, brother?
You're looking at it right now. We just got done with the FT8 off for a little bit. That was a fun Tuesday night rise. And then let's see, in the last 24 hours, constructed a Morcerino, and I've got to get paddle for it. They're good and all, but yeah, Steve, as I told you before, they do have some issues. But other than that, it's an awesome little tool, and I've been playing with it for the last most of the day today, and I can get my calls. I can send my call sign. I can send 599.
There you go.
Nice.
I can send CQ. That's about the extent of my CW skills.
I can do SOS. I figure at the very, very least, you better know SOS. Because if I get stuck in a cave, or a mountain, I'm gonna tap that shit out for a while. All right, going around the horn. Please. Yeah, going around the horn, Steve. What's going on down in the Carolinas tonight?
Not a whole lot. I am working on building a 100-watt portable tuner out of a kit. That'll be up on a video soon, and that'll be fun. So
excellent. Nice. And moving to the west, is Texas is the best. Go ahead, Shane. What do you got for us?
Yeah. Well, I'm not building anything, unfortunately. We've had rain for the last 3 or 4 days now, and I'm going to start commuting to work via canoe if this keeps up. Eventually, I do have.
Canoes on the air,
right? For those that don't know, my YouTube channel is This Side of the Radio, and I put out a teaser short yesterday or 3 days ago about an antenna that came in the mail. So I want to get that out and play with it, but Mother Nature needs to get off the crack. Like, come on, give me, come on,
cooperate with my days off.
Exactly. I'm on a schedule here.
Exactly. Molson up in Canada to the north of us. What's going on?
Well, not much, man. Welcome everybody tonight. Thank you for joining us. I've been so busy, but I recorded a video last night, and it should be out in the next day or two. It's what I call a Ham Shack short, and it's not those shorts now that we see on YouTube. It's like a 5-minute video, and it's going to be called "Fixing My Dealer's Scale."
What's your channel name? What's your channel name for everybody?
It's We Build, We Learn, and it's not that type of dealer. But
are we
yes.
Are we doing it by the gram here?
Oh, this is a $2,800 US scale that was left for me for free by my dealer. So
Nice.
We're gonna fix that up, and I make a proposition. If you are in the need for a scale, I will trade you for a radio. And if you're in an industry that needs secrecy and the government doesn't know what you're doing, I will trade you for a Flex radio. And we'll make a deal.
All you gotta do is meet him at the border. That's all you gotta do. Meet him at the border at 4 a.m.
I just shipped Dan a box today. It left today, and it's for his friend. It's a box full of tea that you can get in Canada, and I'm just waiting to either hear about how customs opened it up because they scan organic material, or getting a call saying, "What the hell is this?"
It's stuck in customs.
Exactly.
Some guys are having tea and biscuits while sample the merchandise.
Exactly. So.
Joe, bro, what do you got going on down there in Mississippi?
Well, now that we're obviously on a watch list, probably my channel is, of course,
As we haven't been already.
Yeah. So we just got done building the ACK and Fed antenna.
Great video.
Got it.
Excellent.
Got it going pretty good, and got an 80-meter loop to put up next sometime.
Excellent.
And I'm just hanging out with the goons.
Now, you guys are talking about the shorts. I yesterday, my production team of Matthew and Maggie, the M&M group, I call them my M&Ms. They helped me yesterday do 2 shorts. So when we're done tonight, I'm gonna run downstairs into the production room. How professional is that? And we'll just add a few things, and then we'll get them uploaded. And I found 2 topics that kind of wanted just to kind of bring to everyone's attention. I'll leave it right there, and
All right, I gotta let it out. Here comes the dad joke. So Don, you're gonna be putting out a pair of shorts.
Listen, some of the wild parties we've had at our house, the shorts.
For those who don't speak YouTube, something else.
You know, Jason, you bring up a good point.
Every week, Jason's got to be that voice in the background every week.
For those that aren't familiar, YouTube Shorts are something new. They're in beta right now, but it's a 15 or 60-second video that's filmed in vertical, which everyone that does anything in YouTube knows that you don't film anything vertical.
Right.
So it's a vertical video that more or less looks like TikTok. And shows up on your channel and gives you an opportunity to just throw out some random information or chase some random furry creature around a pool in Mexico.
And all you got to do is just go to that search button or that search field in YouTube and type in YouTube Shorts. You'll also see I watched one yesterday. I wanted to see what is the most popular topics, and it was amazing. A guy did the 10 top, and how many millions of views some of these shorts are getting in their various topics, and it was very interesting of where we are. So is anybody watching the show who would like to give a shout out? Beer Snack, Joe Bro, give out to everybody who's in the live chat tonight. You want to say hello to everybody?
Well, let's see. I've got K5YVY amateur radio station. I've got this side of the radio. I've got Dan.
I'm glad they're there in the chat.
We got 8 here, and it looks like Ham Radio 2.0 was first tonight.
Wow.
He was first tonight. He beat Andy out tonight. Wow.
Oh my God.
And then we got We Build, We Learn. He's there too. Let's see what else we got. K8MRD, he's here. Scout 75, welcome. Let's see what else we got. Dennis is close first. Dennis with his awesome podcast. Who else we got in the chat here?
Hey, while you're talking about Dennis just made a comment about tip jar or whatever. Dennis, we're actually working something better. Tonight we're talking about Ham at Forward, and we're actually, I don't know if you listened last week, but we are planning a fundraiser type of thing for Good Games Padawans. And so, you know, if you want to tip us, that's your opportunity. We're going to do a big group essentially people committing to buying a Baofeng or something on the wish list, and just an honor system, and you'll have a chance to do that and send it right to them. And that's all we ask. Don't even tip us. We want to just ham it forward to the Padawans. So stay tuned for that.
As I continue down the chat log here, we have temporarily offline Smoke Baby Philip. We have Jarrett Green, Mike N8YO. Where am I? I'm like lost on myself. Joseph from another Canadian. And we have FEP Labs. We have North Country Ham. Aaron, welcome. We have, I think I'm just going to run out of steam. If I haven't mentioned your name,
welcome.
It's okay. Welcome. You're hanging out with us. So,
hey, Dan, did you say that Mike was in the chat?
K8MRD
was in the chat?
Yes, he's in the chat.
So if you wear a shirt while you're out doing POTA, that's 3dB. If two people wear the shirt on the same stream, it summons K8MRD to the stream. So it's kind of like Beetlejuice.
It's also if you turn around and mention pretzels. But you know what's even worse? When two people show up to the same party wearing the same outfit, that's a bit strange.
Are you going to make me run inside and go put on my MRD T-shirt?
No,
don't make me take the shirt off.
I was going to say, don't make me take off my hoodie.
What does it mean? We've already seen that. We don't need to see it again.
What does it mean when like five guys show up with the same hairstyle? Like no hair.
I knew I should have gone to wardrobe beforehand.
Y'all reminded me of that scene in Trading Places where the two baggage handler guys go to the party. Imagine my surprise when another guy showed up in the same costume.
Hey, do we have a topic tonight, by the way?
Yes, we do. It's
Not
called
calm the game.
Right. So let's tell you what. I'm just gonna pick a guy out of random. I'm gonna play the random wheel here. Shane, tag you're it. Tell us about.
All right.
Did somebody help you? Have you helped them? Tell us.
Man, you have no idea. So when I first upgraded to General, we went on this spree of hunting down my grandfather's vanity call, and my mom just happened to have some photos from the late 60s, we think, not 100% sure, and I posted those pictures on the 100 watts in a wire channel, and I said, hey, can anybody identify any of the equipment that's sitting there? So 18 days down the road, I was given my granddad's call sign. So that's the K5 QBF was actually issued in 1968. So it's been around for quite some time. And he and myself are the only two people who have ever held that call sign. So someone in that Facebook group said, hey, I know exactly what that is. And I've got one. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'd love to see it, what it looks like, all that kind of good stuff. And he sends me a DM and says, hey, I bought this in an estate sale. It's been sitting here doing nothing. So if you would like this and it's an Helicraft SX99. So he said, hey, if you want to make this part of your story as part of a tribute to your grandfather, send me your address and I will mail this to you. Now, I don't know if anyone knows, but those old radios weigh like 80 pounds.
Anchor.
So the shipping on that, I told him, I was like, hey, I'll pay this. If you want to donate the radio to me, it's awesome. I'll pay to ship it. And I gave him my address, and I didn't hear anything from him. And about 10 days later, I get a knock on my doorstep, and the guy, I feel sorry for the guy at UPS because he had to carry that radio up to 3 flights of stairs. And sitting on my patio was this box, or on my front porch was this box, and I opened it up, and sure enough, he sent me that SX99, and it is in immaculate condition. Thanks to Jason, he sent me to a guy here in town that's going to help me restore it as soon as everything kind of calms down with the COVID and we can go out and do stuff. But I'm probably going to try to film that There's not a whole lot to restore on it, but just clean it up. But we're going to try and restore that radio and do some. It's just a receive only. It's not a transmitter. So, but I was just floored that someone would, just off of my simple story of, hey, this is my granddad's call sign. Can you help me with this radio? To donate that piece of history to me and say, hey, make this a part of your story, something you can pass down if you elect to. And it's like, to me, I was just like, I'm honored and I'm humbled, and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's awesome.
You said that
is
was
great.
an Elecraft?
Yeah.
Really?
Helicrafters.
I could be wrong. Helicrafters. That's
Helicrafters. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm with you. I'm like, Helicraft. I'm sitting here Googling for it. And I'm like, oh, man, I missed something. Yeah, the Helicrafters SX99. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good deal. Yeah. It's a nice
it's a good feeling, Shane, isn't it? It really is.
And it wasn't
really
expected or anything. It just happened.
All right. So now you can step on a pedestal. And now what have you done for somebody? And you don't have to mention names.
So I was part of before I upgraded General, I was part of the Ham Radio Crash Course, his Discord, and there was someone who had just upgraded to Tech, and they were wanting to know, hey, can you do APRS with a Baofeng? Can you do SATs with a Baofeng? And I had just upgraded to the Kenwood, the TH72, I think it is, so that I could run satellites. That I think it's discontinued now, but so I had the patch cable for the Chirp, and I had the upgraded antenna, the cable so that you could do APRS with it from an iPad. And I sent the guy a message that said, hey, I'm not using this radio anymore. Congratulations on just getting to Tech and wanting to try APRS and all this kind of stuff. Send me your address and I'll mail it to you. So I boxed all that stuff up and sent it to that guy so that he's out in California so that he could go and start playing radio.
Excellent.
Very nice.
And I'm sure he's going to enjoy it too. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So, who wants to go next?
Get Jason.
Don't all. Jason, go ahead, talk.
For a guest, he hasn't said anything all night.
I have a habit of taking over and talking way too much, so I'm just in the background tonight. So.
We know how to we know how to mute the mic. It's okay.
A story of hamming it forward is what you want.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's not ham equipment, it could be something else if you want as a option B. If you want to think about it, I'll go to somebody else.
Let me this is not ham equipment, if that's okay to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So this is a shout out to the entire ham radio community, or at least the community who watches my channel. Back during Christmas, I think it was. Long story short, my church has a one of the guys on staff at my church, his daughter started a mission when she was in the 8th grade. It was like 3 years ago. And she went to, she was driving down the road one day and she saw homeless people on the side of the road in Fort Worth, Texas. And she wasn't aware of, she was in the 8th grade at the time. She was not aware of what a homeless person was. So she learned that real quick. They went to a homeless shelter and they said, what do you need? What's the most biggest need of whatever you get donated to you? And they said socks. They said, nobody ever donates socks. People donate shirts, coats, hats, outerwear, winter wear, but nobody ever donates socks. So she started a mission called gospelsocks.com. And I mentioned this somewhere around Black Friday or early December. I don't remember exactly when it was. And I said, hey, gospelsocks.com. Here's my Amazon affiliate link. So I was a shameless plug with that. And I go out here and buy, or just go wherever, go to Walmart and ship them to this address. About 2 months later, the guys, and I told them, I told everyone on my channel, don't say anything about where you heard this. Just put ham radio call sign and put your call sign on it. Your call sign, not mine, yours. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody didn't follow my advice. And some people,
because I put yours on there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Some people did that.
I'm sorry.
So about a month later, I get this call. My wife called me and she's like, hey, she's like, the guy from church called me and is like, they didn't know who you were. They didn't know that you did YouTube. They knew who I was, but they didn't know how to YouTube channel, because who knows what ham radio is, right?
Right.
So they called me and they said, we started getting these boxes and boxes of socks, and we didn't know where they were coming from because they were all talking about ham radio in the notes. And we're like, what the heck is that? We don't know what that is. So finally they called me and they said, hey, anyway, about 2 months later, the guy comes to my church has 5 campuses around the North Texas area. And the one I go to the one in Grapevine, and the one they were in was in Keller. It's about 30 minutes that way. And anyway, so he comes to our campus one time and he found me. He's like, dude, time it was all said and done, we got over 900 pairs of socks donated to us.
Holy cow.
Because of what you said on your live stream.
Nice.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm like, and that's not me. I donated like, I don't know, 10 or 12, maybe 15 pounds. I don't remember what it was, something like that myself.
Yeah.
But that was all the ham radio community on my channel that watched during the live. I think it was a lunchtime live stream actually, since those don't get as many viewers. And then watched on Team Replay for that kind of thing. And over the course of the next 2 months, 900 over 900 pairs of socks.
Wow.
Got donated for that. So that's a shout out to you guys, the ham radio community, for generosity and donations for that type of thing.
Awesome.
Doesn't have to be ham radio, but it's still hamming it forward, in my opinion.
I'll tell you,
Absolutely.
I went to Walmart, Jason, and here I am. I'm in the men's section, and I'm like, well, should I do? I said, I'm going to do a dozen. So should I do 6 men, 6 women, which is what I ended up doing.
Right.
Then I'm like, well, Connecticut weather is going to be different. I think from Texas, do I just do traditional gym socks, or do I do winter socks? And I'm standing there like, oh my God, what am I doing here? How should I just buy more than a dozen? And then when I got home, box all, I put your call sign in. So guess what? You got the credit. You get to go to heaven. You're driving the bus. You'll drive the bus for us.
And then, you could have gone with the Connecticut socks, but because that was 2 months before our Texas winter storm we had up here. It was like 6 degrees for a week and a half.
But it doesn't make a difference. Guess what? It's a donation is a donation, and it's thinking with the heart, and that's what's important.
Right.
So
that was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for that whole promotion, dude. That was all you. So thank you. That was really cool.
I'm looking at the website. They donated 93,042 pairs of new socks. That is amazing to think that an 8th grader, not to say that people are limited by their age, but just taking that initiative and doing it. I'm just floored. It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
So if you guys are in the chat and you feel like donating to that cause, I encourage you to just go over K5YVY posted the link. That is just amazing. And socks are so cheap. I'm just grateful it's not underwear, because Don was telling us the last time in our chat that he has a very interesting style of underwear that I don't think anybody would want to wear.
And we're going to stop right there.
That was December 18th.
Is that when it was?
Yep.
Yes.
That was my live stream? Okay. Yeah.
Ariel, it's not my birthday, but thank you anyways. I'll take it in advance.
Thank you, Aaron. Who wants to go next? Joe Brett. Joe Bro.
All right. Well, I guess the thing that sticks out to me most about hamming it forward is just most of my ham equipment was hamming forward toward me, I guess you'd say. So I try to, stuff that I've got that's extra, I try to do the same thing. If somebody around here local needs something, and if I got it laying around, here's you a connector. Here, take this antenna. It's just laying in my pile of extra stuff. Even, I was blown away. There's a friend lives not too far from me. He bought a new ICOM 880, and then he brought 2 boxes over to the house. I said, why'd you buy 2? He said, because one of them's yours. I was like, dude, you ain't gonna buy me a radio. He says, no, when I got questions about it, I want you to know what to tell me. I was like, okay. So, that was awesome. And, I got a couple more radios that has been passed on to me. My antenna that I talked to ever make contacts with people on the air with, the Gap Titan Vertical, that was passed on to me by an Elmer before he passed away. And he also gave me a bunch of books. So we got another guy that's new into the hobby, and he's always got a lot of questions and learning, and as long as we've been in it, we still got a lot of questions. So I took all those ARRL books and this and that, and I said, here you go, bud. Here's you got a lot of information, so I ain't no telling what he'll do with that. But that's what it is to me. Now, Jason's got a good point. I mean, that was done with Ham Radio as well. So anything somebody needs, if you got the ability to help them, I've been helped. It'd be selfish if I didn't help others. So it's just the spirit of radio, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Daniel from the North Country.
I don't have nothing for it. I'm selfish. No.
There's always one in the group.
One in the group. There's always one in the group.
One in
I'm a
every
hoarder.
crowd.
Give me all your radios. Help
No,
me.
you are not. You're a very. You get out of here. You have a big heart. Yeah, you have a big heart. Just we know you do. Come on, tell us.
I don't know. I've been the recipient. Listen, I don't want to, and I've also, and many other like Jason, helped other people. But I think at the end of the day, what's one of the important things that I really appreciate about this topic, and hearing these, and I know there's one that we saw today on Twitter as well, of someone hamming it forward. It's just that there's I find that a lot of times when we talk, we focus on some of the negative aspects, some of the OMs and the way people treat each other. And there's a huge part about this community that is hamming it forward, helping people, teaching people, and bringing people underneath their wings. And so for me, the fact that we can talk about this and where we're going to go in a couple of weeks with all of our subscribers, it's just amazing to see and talk about this topic and to remind people that not only are we talking with people on air and watching each other, but we need to choose to be part of people's lives and be a benefit to them. And so I really appreciate these stories. And it's a good reminder that we have a responsibility as operators, but also as people to be the difference in other people's lives. And so I don't want to go on some sermon, but I love this topic. I love hearing these stories.
Preach.
Hallelujah. And,
Hallelujah.
and that's my part to this topic.
All right, Steve, you're next.
Oh, yeah.
Read it.
Hit it.
Read it.
I got to put my glasses on. Hang on.
You don't have to read it. Steve can read it. He's not
Yeah.
blind.
Read it. Shane, read it. Don't make the old man read
Taz, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, this has been the greatest adventure that I've been on, and I haven't been in this YouTube group for very long. But man, that's awesome. Good luck on your tech test that you've got up. You're going to kill it. Are you going to do the tech and the general at the same time, or just the tech?
Yeah, man. Whichever it is, good luck with it. And
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
we
Just have fun. Just
Hearing
go with
for
it. Guess
And
what?
Taz, when you're ready, hit me up. We'll get you scheduled.
There you
Because
go.
Oh, that's right.
There you
that's
go.
the big thing with
There.
hamming it forward.
Paying it forward.
Let him
I was
know.
about to say, Steve, can you give kind of a rundown of what you're doing as well as your Hammond Forward?
Oh, good God.
Put you on the spot. my man.
Yeah, no, that was a whole ham nuggets stream. So I'm gonna throw the shout out to TO there, because we did almost an hour talking about remote testing. So I'm
Nice.
up over 150 sessions now, I think it is,
Nice.
That's awesome.
and almost 6,000 new licenses
Wow.
in the last year.
Wow.
Holy cripes.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in this chair. I'm glad it's comfortable.
That's almost like that's almost like socks. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Steve, you could take your laptop and go out on the patio while you're doing those testing sessions like Don is.
Well, you can ask Beer Snack over here, because he does some of them with me. One of our guys' daughters said, "Is he in his car again?" Because I'll
Beer
fire
Snack-
up the Zoom going down the road. And,
I don't think a lot of people know about beer. Beer Snack gives a lot,
yes,
especially behind the scenes. The man does an incredible amount.
Tech support,
he's
Everything.
turning
especially.
red.
Beer Snack built our website at YouTubersHamfest.com.
There you go. I mean, come on.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be getting to that in a second. So, but
All right. So
My nephew's getting ready to take his ham test. Finally, I've been bugging him about it for like 2 or 3 years. So
That's
I
awesome.
might have him reach out to you, Steve, because
Absolutely.
how do you are you listed on hamstudy.org sessions, or how do you?
Yeah. We've got some listed on Ham Study.
Okay.
You've got my email. Reach
Yeah.
out to me.
Okay.
We'll set them up. And
He does
I can-
private sessions too.
Yeah, I do. And actually, we have one scheduled for Huntsville.
Cool.
With a couple of certain
Nice.
young ladies that.
Oh,
Mike, I know you're in the chat. You're going to be one of my VEs because I promised her. And
accurate.
and Good Game's going to be the other one signing off on that. So
that's awesome.
Good.
because
Good.
Tio, although he's a VE for me, he can't sign off on their test. Hint, hint.
Ah, good.
Oh, now
That's
I
awesome.
hint,
There it
hint.
is.
She,
She deserves to get
hit me on the head.
She deserves to get to extra before
I
I
don't
do.
need to put my glasses
know,
on
right?
for that one.
So yeah, and,
I gotta,
and we're gonna
I gotta-
get back up to general. So
I got a story
Fear
to
stack.
share with you guys.
All right. So is the no, I'm Dennis. All right. So yeah, we want to talk Ham It Forward. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me that, or everybody says I do stuff behind the scenes. I'm doing everything for the back end of it. Me personally, I'm in this journey pretty much. I started this journey on my own, and I didn't really have any Elmers till I hit YouTube, hit Discord, and all that. And I found Jason's stream, I found Josh's streams, I found, I found everybody here, and it just built from there. And then in giving back in the spirit of things, one of the things that touched me, with regards to this was with, the good game, teaching, getting the kids into it, and so. I made a contact with him over the air. I sent him, personally. I sent him stuff, off to the side. And I don't normally broadcast what I do. I'm kind of like the silent guy. And yes, Jason said, I built the Ham Radio, the YouTubers bunch website, which he's gonna have to talk about in just a few moments. And I giving back, it's where it's at. It pays to be kind. It definitely pays to be kind, and then we'll go from there. I've got a YouTube channel, but I spend more time on the Clubhouse and I spend more time hanging on other people's channels than I do doing my own stuff. And you know what, I'm okay with that, because I like to chit chat and learn and share what I know, and that's where I'm at. So with regards to hamming it forward, this is where we're at. Ham it forward. This is what we're trying to do. Period.
All right, guys, I'm going to tell you something about me. Something that you probably all don't know by now. So I guess I was blessed because the original W1FYG, Frank, taught me about paying right out of the gate. From when I was 8 years old, sitting in the shack. That's what, because people helped him. He helped people, so that was my foundation of part of getting into this hobby. A few years ago, a friend of mine picked up an old 1939 RCA AM radio, a little shortwave on it, and he gave it to me, fixed it up for himself, but he gave it to me at a great deal. I don't think he made any money, but he probably bought some parts. It goes back to World War II, and the people who had it. So technically I'm the third owner. So he picked it up from the original owner, who it sat in a garage for like 50 years, needed a lot of TLC. And he knew my love for just listening. As much as I like to talk, I love to listen to all types of radio. And it really touched my heart that somebody did something nice like that. His name is Jeff. He's a friend of mine. He's the bass player. He's because he plays bass, but he's a great guy, and he's a ham radio operator. And someday I'm gonna get him on my channel. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. And we'll probably say squirrel 100 times, but he did something. And another time, somebody did nice for my wife and I. We were up at the casino one time, and we had just gone through some really hard times, financially, and we're coming out of it, and we just wanted a night, without any kids. We just wanted to walk around at the casino, just get a good dinner. It was our anniversary, and I'm going to ask for the check, and the lady says to me, Mr. Izzo, the people over there just paid for everything.
Wow.
And it was a big bill. It was like almost $200, and I felt funny. So I called them over. I said, "Listen, you got to sit down with us." I said, "I will accept this if you got to tell us who you are, and can I at least buy you a drink or buy you dessert?" And long story short, they ended up knowing some of our family and this and that, and it was nice that somebody right out of the blue did that. Similarity, what I did was, this is probably about 5 years ago, one of the Hamfests. I'm in the tailgating section, And this guy is hemming and hawing. He's counting his money, and he was about $30 short. He wanted a mobile radio. Guy swore it worked. He had it on. He had it playing the local, 162 weather, on a mag mount. So the radio was working. He had it at VSWR, putting out 40 watts. He wouldn't drop the price. And the guy was a little bummed out. He's like, I want my first mobile. The guy walked away, and I could tell he had his head down. I ran over to him, and I said, come on. He says, what are you doing? I said, I'll cover you.
I got you, bro.
I'll cover you. And the guy looked at me. He didn't even know who I was. And I said, listen, I'll give you the money right now, or we can walk over there, and maybe we can get it for a better price or whatever. But here's the thing. It says it's working, but let's just make sure it's working. And we did. We talked to the guy, and I got the guy down $10. But that wasn't the point. I actually had him throw in the mag mount antenna that he was using for the test. I tried to get him to throw in the VSWR, but that didn't make. And the guy was so happy, and I left a smile on someone's face, the same way they leave a smile on my face. And I walked out of there. I was done. I just went home, and I just every once in a while I think we have to do things to make the world a little better place, whether it's ham radio or not, and it is a good feeling. And I'll tell you right now, and I don't want to break out with the Kleenex box, but everybody who's in this panel right now, as well as the many people who are in the chat, you guys have all touched me in some way, and I cannot thank you enough, because you have. Oh, stop it, Mike! Don't wipe my tears. Thank you. And I think I can say that for all of us.
You're welcome.
Just 2 words. Thank you. You guys really make somebody very happy, and that's what it's all about. So,
just for the record,
my
I never touched Don. Just for the record,
why are you touching me?
Don, do you need an adult? Do you need an adult?
I'll make you wipe something else.
Dude, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole.
You wipe a different cheek.
Ham.
Business.
Business, gentlemen. Business. Couple things. One, we have a second guest who has just appeared, as everybody can tell. Number one, and the second thing we have is the second thing we have here is the other reason we have Jason here is he wants to talk real quick about an upcoming event that is very big in the works. So we're gonna let Jason speak about this event that's been in the works for months and months and months.
A year.
Let Jason speak, and the world was never the same.
And we're screwed.
Oh, here we go.
About it. The YouTubers bunch again is giving something to the community.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. And I know myself, I'm part of it this year. I'm very honored. But you guys worked your asses off last year, and it's going to happen again this year.
It was fun though. It was
fun. There you go.
Fun.
Keywords. So go ahead. On you, brother.
Let me say, well, okay, so what Steve's talking about is obviously the YouTubers Hamfest, youtubershamfest.com. You can go up there and check out our promo video if you haven't seen that yet. We are actually meeting tomorrow night. Today's Tuesday, right? We're meeting tomorrow night to hammer out the final schedule. We pretty much have the schedule done, but we want to put the final touches on it before we publish it publicly. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to get that done tomorrow night. We've got a playlist. Actually, I started a playlist on my channel. Let me go find that real quick. One thing I will say real quick about well, I can kind of talk about this all night if I wanted to, but I'm going to be real short.
We got 20 minutes.
Well, here I'm going to put I'll put the link in there because I'm not admin on your channel, so I can't post it on YouTube. People on YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna speak for all YouTubers at this point in time for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna take a liberty here real quick. People on YouTube sometimes get accused of just wanting to get famous on YouTube. Let me tell you something. No one ever started a YouTube channel about ham radio because they want to get famous.
That ain't no lie.
Because
Good point.
nobody freaking knows what it is outside of us. Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
So everybody in their own unique way who has a ham radio channel on YouTube, from the smallest ones with 10 or 12 subscribers to those with the largest subscribers, everyone gives back to the community in some way. And the great thing about it is that they're not all the same. So, so that's just one of the great things about all the channels that were on the YouTubers Hamfest last year, that'll be on it again this year. We did about a day and a half last year. We did all day Saturday, and we did about a half a day Sunday. And I think Josh closed us out on Sunday afternoon around 2 or 3, something like that. We've got 2.5 days for you this year. We're going to start around 4:30 in the afternoon, talking Central Time here. And the times will be listed in Central Time and UTC. So we're going to start around 4:30 in the afternoon on Friday. We're going to go through 10 or 11 that night. A couple of the guys overseas are going to start us early Saturday morning. And we're going to go all the way Saturday night till late again. And then Sunday, we're going to go all day. And it's going to conclude with my regularly scheduled live stream at Sunday nights at 7. So, which I'll be inviting everybody onto to come and talk about. We're going to do a happy hour Friday night. And all of you who have been on my happy hour in the past are welcome to join us, whether you're part of the YouTubers Hamfest or not.
Nice.
So if you would, everybody who would normally be on a regular monthly happy hour is welcome to join us that as well. So, yeah, we really enjoy. Most of us really enjoy ham radio. I think all of us do in some regard.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason we do what we do is to ham it forward. And some of us make money on YouTube, and some of us don't. And that's a whole nother topic that I could talk about for another hour. But the point is, the reason we do ham radio, the reason we do the subject of ham radio on YouTube is because we like to give back to the community. It's not the only reason. Sometimes it may not even be the biggest reason, but it is definitely one of the most important reasons to most of the YouTubers that I personally know who have been on my channel. And it's definitely why I keep going with it, because I love seeing some of my most popular videos are my technician and general classes. And I still get comments on them every month, 2 or 3, maybe 4 times every month, maybe even weekly, about how, hey, this class really helped me. I'm either going to take my test next week, or I just took my test and I got my call sign and here it is. I hear that constantly, and it's an awesome reminder of why we do everything that we do, and why I enjoy it so much myself. So thanks for letting me talk. I'm sure that you want to give Mike some room. And,
yeah, your general class actually is the one I watched before I took my general test. Before I found Ham Story, it was that I watched your series on the general test.
Yeah. Yeah, that was done by one of the local clubs here. I don't teach those. Those guys teach those. I just point the camera. So my involvement is very small, because people come in, hey, Jason, you did a good job teaching. I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm pointing at that guy who's teaching. But it's all good.
I don't think people realize how much effort goes into making a video. Like, it's insane. Like,
yeah,
I need to do a video on that.
The filming, the editing.
Yeah,
like literally. Yeah, and you better hope nothing goes wrong is really what it is. Like, so
when you have to upload it like 7 times.
The shorts that I did, I had a couple of bloopers, and the kids were like, "Hey, we should save the bloopers for some time." Yeah.
Oh yeah, bloopers. Always save the bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike.
Well, Don, do you want to give the floor to our new guest?
Well, listen, I guess we have to show him the secret handshake, give him the code to the door, and where the key to the bathroom is, and everything. But Mike, welcome to Ham Radio Clubhouse.
I just want to interrupt real quick, Mike.
Okay.
Real quick, you are the person who I know who has done so far the most material ham it forwards that I've seen. Because, people will turn around and say, Mike sent me this, Mike sent me this, Mike sent me this. So I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep it awesome.
Oh,
and you may go ahead. And how do you ham it forward or receive ham it forwards?
Well, I suppose I coined the phrase when I made the Ham It Forward video. And
we didn't steal that at all.
Along with Ham Hard. Come on, let's get the credits rolling.
Mike actually did coin Ham Harder. He actually did.
Yeah.
Ham It Forward, he can't take credit for it. He can try, but yeah. No,
I mean, show me any media before when I posted my video, and I will secede.
ARRL has been saying that for years. Buddy.
Have they really?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah,
but,
ARRL has been saying that for years. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, all right. So, but show me. I haven't seen it.
They haven't sent it on
I read
YouTube.
QST.
So you put it on YouTube
I read
first.
QST. There's so much to talk about. From just for me from getting licensed and getting your first HT and getting on the air and meeting people. Now I was fortunate. There's a lot of repeaters in the Detroit, Michigan area, a whole lot. And there's a lot of activity, not so much here in Huntsville, Texas, but or in Houston at all. The repeaters are kind of dead, but people were just so welcoming to begin with. You know, I've heard the horror stories of like, oh, I got on the repeater, it's a bunch of old guys that don't want anybody. You know, I never experienced any of that. And then I found my club, the South Lyon Area Amateur Radio Club, N8SL, and met a couple guys there. One of which is one of the system administrators for the Parks on the Air program, and I had been watching just portable videos. Tony K9 ARV and Jerry KG6 HQD were two of the main ones. Kevin W6 RIP, like those three guys were kind of like, I just fell in love with what they were doing. So Mike W8MSC, who's one of the POTA admins, is in my club, and he and Eric K80RS just took me out on my first Parks on the Air activation and just Elmered me, just totally selfless. They wanted to help get me involved and coach me through the way. And I filmed that, and that's a very popular video. And the reason I wanted to start making videos is because I'm watching all these videos of these other guys and showing what they're doing. And I'm like, I want to do that. I just fell in love with the hobby immediately. Like the hook was set, and, you know, just full bore ham radio since whenever I got licensed, 2016. So I wanted to pay it forward. And that's kind of my whole mantra with my channel, is just to show things and explore and learn and fail and, you know, act like an idiot but have fun and engage with others. Mm-hmm. Not so much preaching ham radio. Oh, you got to get into it. I never want to do that, but just showing how much fun it is. And through all of that, I've been blessed to meet other vendors, and we've been able to collectively donate through Pactena, BioEno, MFJ, DX Commander. I got the idea to help a couple younger hams, so I called them all. I reached out to all these guys and told them what I wanted to do, and every single one of them was just a resounding yes. And that's just the whole ham radio community in general. So we got a radio, a battery, a Pactena dipole, a DX Commander. I think he gave him the DX Commander lights. And
I remember
they
that
just
video.
all were. So that was my Ham It Forward video.
Yep.
And then I gave him my first HF radio, my Yaesu FD450, because I'm not using it anymore, you know. So if someone else, especially a young female ham, you know, to be able to just, like, I couldn't do that myself, but to know people and network for a good cause. And there's so much of that going on, you know, with Good Game's Padawans. Good Game has been getting people licensed for years. This isn't anything new for him. It's just new on YouTube.
Exactly.
We're now just aware of it.
Yeah, exactly. My neighbor, the guy right behind that wall, when I first moved to Texas, I was in my apartment. It was in the hotel. The company had me in a hotel, and I was there for like 3 weeks. And I finally threw up my roll up J pole, like just kind of hung it up in the window. And I got on one of the repeaters, started talking to a guy, and then another guy chimes in who is my neighbor, and kind because I'm looking for a place to live. Like, I don't know where the heck I am. I'm in, I'm in a hotel in 1,500 miles away from home. And this guy gets on there. He's like, yeah, there's a place for rent next to me. I'm like, sweet. So now this is where I live. So just through Ham Radio, I have a place to live. And I've given him a couple things just because I'm grateful that I love this place. It's great, other than there's no room for antennas. But MFJ sent me some things a couple weeks ago that I need to review. One of them was this antenna that's like this multi-band. It's weird, but it's all kinds of like coils and then little radios coming out, and it's multi-band, and I'm like, I don't know, 6 or 7 bands. It's like all of them something. So I was like, here, have that. Because he's new. He's a pretty new ham, and he's wanting to get into things. So, I sent Frank he was doing a power pole video a couple weeks ago. And I was just watching him. He's like soldering first and then trying to crimp it, which is totally the wrong way to do it. I'm like, oh my God.
That's the Frank way to do it.
Yeah. No.
That's
not with power poles, man. Those are too sacred.
That's how Frank
So I sent
Frank
him
entered here feet first.
I sent him one of those iWis crimpers that I just did a video on. Those things are great. And
I need to order
Dennis 86DM has been Dennis is like, he's got a great podcast called Hamdom Thoughts. If none of you guys, if any of you haven't,
awesome
heard it,
podcast.
check that out.
Awesome podcast.
But
What's
Dennis is like, he's in the background. Like, I've known Dennis for a few years now, and he's one of the most giving people. He and I kind of both started becoming battery nerds around the same time. We built the obligatory OH8 STN headway lithium iron phosphate batteries. But then I'm a battery nerd, but he is like way above where I'm at.
Yeah.
So he's making his own batteries now, and they're fantastic.
Oh wow!
I didn't know that.
He's got a fake company called Denko. Where you can go to Denko.
I wonder where that came from,
and not buy any batteries because they're not for sale. But he makes these little batteries for his friends, for all of us guys in JerryNet, because we're all portable guys, and he just does it because he likes geeking out and making batteries, and everyone. He makes on the page, Dennis, forgive me, I don't remember it's like 86DM/Denko or something like that. I don't know what the website is, but he's got listed every build, and they all keep getting better and better and better. And he's given so many of them away to just all of our friends on JerryNet. And then have it with the podcast that he's doing and bringing people on and sharing the hobby that way. There's a lot of people that listen to podcasts. Maybe they don't watch YouTube videos or something. You're driving, so you might as well listen to something. So
yeah,
he's very good people, and I will forever be in his debt for the niceties that he's shared with me and all the other hams that I know that we know. So big shout out to Dennis and Denko. Maybe one day Denko will be a real company that I would love to be part of.
Mike, let me tell you, when I first found YouTube and this ham radio stuff, when it came to POTA, I started watching you, and I don't know if maybe if you had a little bit more hair, but you had your famous hockey shirt. You had your famous hockey shirt on, and I'm watching you going around doing
it's a hockey sweater.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay, your hockey sweater, and I'm watching some of the stuff you had. I'm like, I got that already, and I'm like, he could, if he's doing it, I know I could do it. And I say this very sincerely, brother. You were one of probably 5 or 6 guys off the top of my head who I could say, when it came to POTA, you were my inspiration of me trying things first in this backyard where I am right now, saying if Mike can do it, Don can do it. And Mike's having fun.
Sure.
And Mike's having fun. No, I don't mean that as a joke. I mean it very sincerely. Mike's doing it, Don can do it. Mike's having fun, Mike's jumping up and down. This fat guy is going to try to do a cartwheel because he's doing it. And I just know the half a dozen, 10 times you and I have worked on the air. I mean, I mean, talking about again, if you can make me drop my cigar, if you can make me speechless, kudos to those people. And you have done that. You have done that. And again, you have given many of us that inspiration. Get out and get on the radio. Do whatever you're going to do. And the only exception I have for anyone who says this, there's no such thing as failures. I don't believe in the word failures. If listen,
you should have seen my POTA activation on Sunday.
Okay. Okay.
Was it a little accident?
What happened?
There's not a video coming out of that.
No, dude.
He was using Carlos antenna.
But you hear these guys. You hear these guys who forget a power cord and microphone and antenna. Guess what? It happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. Stuff happens.
Don,
you know?
Don, I do need to drop dead.
Okay.
So
Listen,
I'll be joining Tom W5KUB tonight. I'm gonna announce or he's gonna let me talk about the YouTubers Hamfest.
Cool.
Nice.
Jason, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Jason. This is my class.
Wait.
Welcome back anytime.
Before you run, I need a motion. I need a motion.
I second.
Okay.
I need a motion.
I motion to accept Jason Ham Radio 2.0 into the Ham Radio Clubhouse as a member.
Second.
Thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hey.
Aye. Now get the hell out of here.
And then I
Get outta
motion
here.
for Mike K8MRD to be
Mike,
I'll second that. Yeah, I'll second that.
Jason, thanks for coming, man. Have a
Thanks, guys.
wonderful
Appreciate
evening.
it.
We'll catch you later.
Thank you, Jason.
All right.
Thanks, Jason.
Guys, I know we're running out of time, but I just think it's really important that we've obviously seen tonight that there's a lot of us who have been blessed by people in ham radio. I just think, like, if anything from tonight, that it's just, I would want to encourage anybody watching that to remember that as you hear the stories tonight, that the impact that people have made on us, as well as what we can make on others, I would encourage everybody to pay it forward, ham it forward. And, we never know what the little things we do, how it blesses somebody in the long run. And so obviously we've heard stories, personal and non-personal. And so please, guys, leaving tonight, just remember, ham it forward. And I will give credit to Mike for that statement, for that catchphrase. Mike, I got your back, buddy.
Hey, so I wanted to say that this has been a great stream tonight, and we're not ready to stop. And there's 54 people in the stream right now, so I'm not ready to stop. If you guys are wanting to hang out, as long as we have people that want to hang out with us, we're going to keep the stream going. So if there's anybody in the chat that has a story you want to talk about, post it in the chat. Questions for Mike, questions for any of us, put them in the chat. We're going to hang out with you guys as long as y'all want to hang out with us.
So, real quick, apparently Mike has been an inspiration for many a POTA operator.
Wow, they're all liars.
It was the hockey sweater that did it.
Look at all these POTA children that Mike has.
Included.
Mike has cats.
I'm one of them.
POTA children.
So right here, in this room, so to speak, all right, you have myself, you have Steve, Shane, and Don, all of us, POTA nerds, nowhere near as much as you. And then turning around and be like, oh, this guy, you're one of my inspirations for getting general, just like, what was that, KD0 LSO? All of,
yeah, that's awesome.
I got general for you, and then I got extra because I was tired of, all the idiots, in the general portion. But I appreciate what you do for everybody, with just the videos and just being yourself. That's all it is.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Just being real, man. That's just
Exactly.
it. Be real, and that's the biggest thing. The people, the people of the channel that I can't freaking talk right now. The people that create the channels, right, that I like so much are just effing real. They're real people. They're not trying to act. They're not trying to be all this bullshit. They're just real people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
big shout out to Jarrett Green
Yeah.
for
I saw
making
that comment.
the Hammers app.
Yes.
Totally
Awesome.
selfless because he wanted a good ham radio software, as I've learned is what it actually stands for. It's a very creative name, much like KMRD radio stuff.
Oh, shameless plug.
But I mean,
What a
to
good plug.
put in all that effort for Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, Probably something I forgot.
Fire tablets.
Fire
Yeah,
tablets.
that's the new one. Yeah.
And he actually made me my own special little tweak. I apparently have my own version.
No, but
pretty cool.
it's a good point, because I picture him working late at night, early in the morning, and just hammering it away, saying, "I got it." He had this bar that he wanted to, and then when everyone started giving him comments back, and he was making changes to, it wasn't one of his, "I'll wait for 6 months out" and this and that. The guy's been working his butt off.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy like me, who's a paper and pen guy, all of a sudden I'm like, I got to do this. That guy's gonna do something good for me. Get this old man off of paper and a clipboard. So
good luck. I'm sorry, did I say that?
Don, they don't know. They don't need to know about DMR. Okay?
Here we go. Let's just keep it going, because this is just the fun part now.
So I got a story to tell you guys that I was going to tell you guys last week, but I didn't have a chance. And my son and I were fixing our fence. We have an electric fence for the cows. We have 2 cows, Buddy and
You didn't pee
Ferdinand.
on it, did you?
No. And my son, he's like, I said to my son, I had my tester and I was testing it, and then my son touches it and he says, "Dad, it's not working. It's not working." So I said, "Well, let's go in the house." And on the way in, he's like, "Dad, why wasn't it working?" I said it was working, but the problem is that I think it's because it was really dry out and you were wearing shoes, and the whole story. So the next morning he gets up, he comes in the house when I'm having my coffee, he says, Dad, the fence is working. I said, "What did you do?" He goes, "I took my shoes off and I touched the fence."
And it shocked the piss out of me. It works.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I did that to my dad's electric fence, but I was much older. I just wanted to see what it would do. Yep.
I wonder what this feels like.
Because you have to. It's like taking the 9-volt battery and putting it on your tongue. You have to. Not once.
Yeah, but that doesn't
twice.
hurt. That's actually fun.
I don't like being electrocuted. I don't care if it's 9 volts, 12 volts, 120 volts. I don't like being electrocuted anyway.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane.
It's over here.
Shane. Yes.
Do it.
So,
All right. So if any of you in the chat would like to come into the stream and come chit chat with us, I'm going to post a link. And
sit
we're
right
going to have
next
you
to
come. Or unless,
Mike.
right?
Too slow.
So yeah, I'll post a link, and if you want to join us, feel free to click the link and join us, and we'll have you on. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna tell a
Wrong
story.
window.
Listen, while you're doing that, and Mike is here, I gotta tell a story. It's kind of embarrassing, but Mike
Papa
set
Mike,
me.
Grandpa done.
Mike set me. No, Mike set me straight. When I first got on Twitter, and Mike was on Twitter, I DM'd him one time about. I saw one of his videos. I bet you, Mike, you probably don't even remember this.
I don't remember yesterday, dude.
Good.
On purpose.
Because we're gonna say this once, and then we're just gonna put it to bed. I forgot on 40 meters. As a general, you can go to 7.175. Obviously, you want to say 3 kc up. I thought it was 7.200, and I'm watching Mike.
That's no man's land.
And I'm like, so I sent him it was like one of my first DM messages on Twitter, and I'm like, are you? And Mike was he was so kind. He's like, go to the band plan, and you'll see you got an extra 25 kc if you want. And it was like so nice. I'm like, I felt like such an idiot schmuck. Like, I mean, I got an extra 25 kc to play around with.
He said a schmuck.
And Mike helped. I'm like, thank you, Mike, because I love 40 meters. I love 40-meter photos. So thank you, Mike. That was about 3 years ago, and I'll never forget. You said it.
Wow.
You didn't say it to be condescending. You didn't say, well, you should have learned that on your test.
Right.
That's what you're probably thinking, but you were a gentleman about it. So thank you. All right.
And then he laughed
He
at
said
you when he let go of the
Yeah,
PPT.
yeah. He's like,
You should hear
Mike
what they say about you, Don.
these darn subs, these brand new subs, they're bothering me.
I don't have it in my Twitter feed. Did you make a new Twitter feed when you made the smoke signals one?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yeah. That was
So
my old.
speaking of YouTube channels, everybody that's here, the links to their YouTube, our individual YouTube channels are down in the description. We just got Mike's listed up in the chat if you haven't seen that. But yeah, all of us are listed in the description as well as a Discord. And if you're not in Discord, I highly suggest you download it and join it. Between us and the Toads Discord, there's so much stuff going on that I think you'll really enjoy. So come hang out with us.
Yep.
What's up with nobody wants to come in the stream here? Come on, guys. Somebody come. You don't have to be a
We're all
YouTuber.
friendly. We're
I
all
think Dennis should come. Let's get Dennis in here. Dennis, you got to come. And by the way, I just got to say, of all the YouTube channels in the description, mine's the best. I just have to say that.
Wow. You would go. You know, I was trying to keep everyone on the equal playing field.
Take that to
Oh, there's
Hollywood.
no equal. There's no equal.
Wait. Ladies and gentlemen.
I told you I'm selfish.
Oh,
Right there.
There you go.
I don't speak sign language. I'm sorry.
We're Scout. Get Scout in here. He had a
Right?
He was. Get Scout back in here.
Oh, Cameron's in the house. You know what? Temporary offline. Those 3 videos just knock it out of the park.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, chill out, dickhead.
There's also a Toads Discord as well. And T.O., if you want to drop the link to that Discord, you do have a blue wrench. I don't have it up in front of me, but if you want to drop the link to your Discord as well,
Where's
drop that in the
T.O.?
chat.
What T.O. should pop in here too. Why not?
Jaden, I don't know
Oh my
if you noticed,
God. Look at this. Y'all.
but in our Discord, there's a new other Discord sub channel that has invite links to everybody.
Oh, we got Shaq and Greg.
Shacking.
Jack and Greg. Shacking off. He's shacking off. Look at that.
Shacking off.
About time we all start shacking off.
The day he said that, I laughed my ass off for like days. Dude, you put a smile on my face for days. Thank you.
Is my audio coming through okay?
Five
Sorry,
nine,
buddy.
five
Five
nine,
nine,
Can't hear you.
5'9". QSL view in the bureau.
I'm on backup internet tonight, so
Jeez.
it might be a mess. If I cut out, I'll hop off and watch you guys.
Do you have a backup to your backup to your backup?
I got at least 2 backups.
I got a backup generator for my backup generator's backup generator.
Hey, I do. Am I the only one who does that?
Scout, Shane has a shirt on tonight, so yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes, so I wanted to announce this that Shane Scout 75, we have coined our adversary to the Don Army. It is Shane Team 6. So if there are other Shanes in the group and you would like to become a part of Shane Team 6, just raise your hand, let us know, and you can have that hashtag Shane Team 6.
Oh man, that's some competition there.
Oh, Lord.
So, Shaq and Greg, what's going on with you, man? What's new with you, and what do you got coming up?
I don't have a whole lot coming up.
Just shacking off.
Just check it out.
Today was grass cutting day, and I came in just before I went home and put the kids to bed and saw they were doing FT8 off. And then they said that you guys were coming over here, so I was watching it and enjoying it.
You them boys are shacking off in my tool shed.
Hey, Mike, you got the Texas accent down pretty well already.
I got a story, and I can't say it here. I wish we were on Discord right now.
Save it
Do
for
it.
the after show.
Do it.
No. The names will be changed to protect the guilty.
Well, if they're not
All
part of
right.
the community, who cares, you know?
All right, so what we got? What we're 7 minutes over, but who cares? Because we're just having fun, right? That's all that matters in ham radio. You got to have fun.
That's it.
See, I thought there was another video of TO's coming up, but it's just his thumbnail for the playlist. So that's why I was like, hey, we got to go. But I never saw that before. So TO's got to put a stamp on the end.
Guys, Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna tell you something. You know, Mike, have you been some of the exec meetings for the Hamfest?
No, I won't be participating this year, unfortunately.
Okay.
I don't have time. Plus, I suck at streaming, and I don't have time to prepare for it. And
dude, I'm
figure out
nervous,
how
but
to
I
get
figure
other people in it.
Listen,
You can't do any worse than I did last year. So,
well, then I'm going to put on the hockey shirt for
Hockey sweater.
God damn it. So anyway, there is a great. I was looking at the playlist, at the roster of of where everyone's going. I got to tell you something, guys. I know it's Memorial Day weekend, but let me tell you something. Even if you have great weather and you're sitting there, with your hot dog and your beer and me with my cigar, throw it on an iPad or a tablet or your phone and watch. And this stuff will always be available on the team replays. But I got to tell you something. There is such an incredible variety for next weekend. It's very exciting. I got to tell you something. It's really, really exciting to see the topics.
Is it next weekend or weekend after next?
I think it's next weekend.
Weekend after.
Weekend after.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, next weekend.
I will be in DC that weekend. For rolling,
how do you all say?
Remember?
How do you all say it in the South? It's next weekend. Is the weekend after next?
No, the weekend after next is the weekend after next.
Oh, Jesus!
It's not next weekend.
Next weekend is the weekend that's coming up.
That weekend after next will be 2 weeks.
The last weekend.
It's in a fortnight.
I always have to Google what that is.
The last scores in 2 weeks from today, you'll have the Ham Radio YouTuber special.
Thank you, Abe. That's what I said. Memorial Day weekend, the last weekend of May, which is Memorial Day weekend, the YouTubers Hamfest are going to be working their butts off, and the variety, I say it's very sincere, the variety of topics is awesome. I cannot, if it's almost like if you don't play Ham Radio, you don't know what's going on.
Oh boy!
And of course, he floods the stream with his freaking FTA.
Oh, is that F?
Yeah,
of course.
Is that Mike? Can you send a little slower for us?
Yeah, can you pipe that? Can you pipe that audio out to the radio?
Can you go to
Because sending it through YouTube won't get you any contacts.
So I purchased a new radio today. It's not a new one. I've been looking for that FT950 for a while.
What'd you get?
FT950. But can I just say, why do people who sell like online have to be such like the last one I bought was really sketch. The guy put it in a box and barely wrapped it. Thank God it showed up in good condition. This guy's like, oh, I have the mic at my cottage and the radio at home. So my wife will give the FedEx guy the radio and I'll ship you the mic separate. Like, why is it always some sort of like weird schematics and ways to get things done, you know? I just wish that it would be like a smooth transaction sometime when you buy a radio, a used one.
Hey, Mike.
That transmission.
Hey, Mike. Remember, Mike NAYO, your output, which is your radio noise, is coming to YouTube. So you might want to either switch off the radio because we can't hear what you're saying. But every time you unmute yourself, it's nothing but FT8 garbage.
Yeah, it's all ones and O's. It's all ones and O's.
I
want to welcome
thought he was
John.
doing that on purpose.
I speak FT8.
And I want to welcome John, Mike 7, Charlie Papa Tango to the stream. Welcome. And for those that are trying to join, we have a maximum of 10, which we've reached. So if when someone drops out, we can add you back to the stream.
All right, is this better?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You're a human being.
Yeah, StreamYard defaulted to that mic input. So sorry about that. I just pulled a nomad right there.
Right.
Ouch.
At least you weren't using a dummy load, so there you go. You know?
No, I'm definitely not using the dummy load.
I'll be back in a minute, boys.
All right.
All right.
Quick, while he's gone.
Yeah, right. Quick.
Let's all go to
seriously.
the other channel.
Yeah.
Right.
But Molson did bring up a point. You know what I don't understand? And I love our hobby. You all know that. Stop it with the radio wars. Guys, I'm sorry. Stop it with the radio wars. You know we should be spending more time on? Antennas. I'm gonna have to join AA, Antennas Anonymous, but I'm not gonna join, and I'm never gonna get a coin because guess what? I just bought some more. I just bought some more antennas. But my point is, a radio is a radio basically.
But an antenna
is all
not
different.
just an antenna.
Correct. It's different. It's all how you mount it and what feel. I don't understand why we're so fixated on, is the 7300 better than the 991? If I'm saying that right?
Yes,
absolutely.
I agree.
Oh, I said it as an example.
Where's Chuck at?
Yeah.
I come for the win.
Yeah. I love my 705, but I'm not going to put down the Ellercraft. I don't, guys. Let's have hardcore antenna discussions. Who cares about the radio?
That would be a show that Mike would need to host because Mike is in love with his antennas. So
I do.
That's a live show for the KMRD radio stuff live show.
I love
So
the
while we
fact
have-
that I have no idea how many antennas I own.
Good problem, yeah. Good problem.
You had to have a separate U-Haul truck when you came down.
Exactly. So I want to drop down to John, Mike 7, Charlie Papa Tango, and say hello. 1 and 2. What would you like? Did you have something you wanted to bring to the discussion this evening?
Hi, Shane. No, just I'm the girlfriend turning around saying, "Get in there and join them."
Well, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Good to see
welcome.
you.
It's great to be among you.
Everyone else is drinking, so hopefully you've got an adult beverage of your choice as well. And I haven't seen any other glasses other than Izzo and myself. So I think the rest of you guys are behind. There is no finishing it already.
I'm
you
the
just get a
designated.
refill
Yeah, I'm a designated ham radio driver tonight. This is all I'm legal tonight.
from your back patio, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Go figure, right? And it's my Friday. I should be drinking. I'm not drinking.
See,
Oh, yeah,
you should be hitting the tequila
You
already.
got that cigar. You should have a scotch with you or something.
No, I'm gonna get up early. I got to get up early tomorrow. I want to do some things around the house. And hey, Mike, seriously, how are you storing your antennas? Are they in zipper pouches, or how are you? Because that's where I'm at that point right now.
I think you're throwing in the
He
closet
keeps
somewhere.
them in DX Commander boxes.
It depends. So there's a bunch leaning up against the corner of my wall right here.
That's what I got.
I've got some ham sticks and some telescopic whips, and I don't even know.
But that DX Commander's still in the box, right?
No, God, no.
No, he built
So
his.
the,
Jason's is still in the box.
Yeah, his name.
No.
That's a
Jason's is
difficult
not in the
question.
box.
No, Mike built it.
Oh, hang on.
And I'm also seeing in the chat that John can tune a wet piece of string as an antenna.
Yeah, I did that.
Well, John, tell us about your antennas, John. Tell us
Yeah,
about your
absolutely.
antennas.
Well, I tried a few. Tried a few like this thing.
Show and tell.
I always get nervous when I hear a zipper go down on a live stream.
Sorry.
What is this place?
Only hams.
Only hams.
So, with regards to only hams, Mike, did you send that other thing to Jason?
Oh my God.
Oh,
When I texted you the other day.
Where's the Kleenex?
that. Yeah, that's nice, Pearson.
Sorry, guys. Go ahead, John.
Let's see what else I've got. I've got Dave's Commander in the box.
Ah,
That seems to be the regular. It's in the box.
John, how much property do you have?
I've got around 10 meters of land that's shared with 3 other flats. Problem is, I've got to wait until COVID's out of the way and get permission from my landlord to actually use the DX Commander because of the height of the pole is taller than the house.
Gotcha.
Better ask for forgiveness than for permission, right? Isn't that the way what they say?
Yeah, I would definitely ask forgiveness
Yeah,
first.
heard that one. what I've been using in the meantime is a Diamond WD330S. It's a 10 meter long folded terminated dipole. And my first video on YouTube was basically reviewing the actual transmission side of that.
Is that the one where you have like the holes to pin the band that you want to go in, and then you just run it? Okay, different model. Okay.
No, it's just a folded dipole with terminated resistor and balun, and that's all there is to it. And it gives you everything from the 160 meter band up to the 10 meter band.
Well, interesting.
Nice.
I have a question that I've been playing with. It's, you know, like a lot of times, like, so on a vertical, you put radials out. Even on my U8, my dual band, they have those 3 little radials. Because you can essentially artificially create a ground plane. Is there, like, say for instance, in an HOA where you have a fence line, is there a type of material where you can actually inhibit the effects of the ground plane on a, say, an NFET or something like that? Is that a possibility for that type of application? Like a UHMW or is that just not even something that's thinkable?
What?
Don't rush to speak, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a ground plane.
Well, it's not to not have it, it's to inhibit it, because one of the biggest issues with like a low-lying antenna, right, is because you need that space from, so say your NFED or your dipole, your elevation makes a huge difference. So say you have a fence line and you had your NFED in like some sort of like a UHMW trough or something like that would sort of shield it a bit so that it artificially has more separation. Like, you know, like I'm just... Yeah,
probably not, because if you shield the antenna from anything, you're going to shield the antenna as well.
Right, that's what I was thinking of.
So,
yeah,
probably just keep it. It depends on what kind of antenna it is. Sometimes it matters if they're close to metal. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. But any antenna is better than no antenna. So
I agree.
You know, you do.
One of the things we all learned from Callum was you can only just put out so many ground radials. Because after a while, it's not going to make a difference unless you're a broadcast engineer for a broadcast station where it's money and population and everything. But, you know, to get that extra half an S unit, it doesn't, you know, why do you need to put out 120 or 200 radials?
It's the point of diminishing returns, right?
That's a lot of work.
It is. Yeah. It's a lot of work. And that's the beauty of Cal's antenna design, you know. I think I'm running 32 radials.
Jeez.
They're fine. That's it. That's all I have. Just 32 radials, and I'm good. You know?
I've only got 20.
Hey, Scott, KN4VVJ, good evening, and 7-3 to you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye, Scott.
So I was thinking about even using page wire. Like, could you do a instead of running a bunch of wire radials? Like, I got a lot of page wire left over from paddock fencing. Is that something that I could lay out? Not that I need to. I'm just thinking, like, you know, thinking outside the box. Could you lay that out and have the grass grow through it, and that becomes your instead of putting individual wire radials, can that whole system or layout of page wire on the ground, use old stuff, be an effective radio? Now, obviously, it's the same thing, but the question is, how many? Is it the points of contacts that are attaching to your ground plate, or is it a question more of just how much wire you have out there? You know, like, does it really matter?
Rolly on that one. Rolly would be your guy for that one.
So first, when you say page wire, is that what the rest of us call chicken wire?
Chicken wire.
No. Chicken wire. So page wire is like well, I guess you could, but here it's.
I was confused as well.
You have the
subtitles, guy.
You have essentially like horse or cow or cattle fencing, which is the rolls that have like 5 to 8 runs, and then you have the verticals, and it's either welded or it's twisted, and it's not like really close half inch. It's a bigger. It's like 12 gauge.
The welded rod. That's a cow panel. We call it cow panel.
Yeah, it's something you can also get in a cow panel form too, which they're actually really not that expensive. It is galvanized, but it's, you know, like I'm going to use.
Hey, Dan, no, Dan.
I gotta say something. Thinking like this is what helped me get a patent. Like I designed stuff and patented it because you think about things in a different way. You know,
Most seriously, try it. Try it.
Well, the answer is yes. If you take all of that wire and you put a whole field of that wire and let the grass grow through it and all that, yes, that will be an absolutely fantastic ground plane for a vertical.
I think so too. Yeah.
In fact, no, this is true. I have two examples. One, I saw a video of a guy on YouTube of all places. Imagine that, who had car heel or something. He was putting on his caravan, his RV. He had whoever was refurbing this trailer, RV, or camper, whatever the hell you want to call it. He put the whole roof, put chicken wire on top of as a ground plane.
Okay.
You have all of that wire. The more wire, the better. So yes, there's minimums. Yes, there's a certain point where you get to kind of a diminishing return. But yes, the more the better. Also, and this was brought up to me after the fact, but when I did my first ever Michigan Summits on the Air, where I went up to the top of the parking garage and activated that.
Parking garage is on the air.
Well, think of what a parking garage is, though. It's concrete, but what's in all that concrete? All rebar.
Yeah.
So a whole ground plane. I was using a ham stick for 20 meters and way too long a counterpoise. It wasn't resonant at all. I had to use a tuner to bring it in because I didn't even know about making things resonant at that point, the way you're supposed to. And I was only running 5 watts with my 891, and I was getting out. I didn't make a huge amount of contacts. It was I think it was on Memorial Day. Well, it was like 95 degrees in Michigan, which is weird. It was super hot, and I'm on top of a parking garage. I've only got a little lead acid battery. This is way before I knew anything about batteries. But I just wanted to go up there and do it. I'm calling CQ Michigan Summits on the Air, calling from a top of an abandoned parking garage, and people came back to me. It's just totally made it up, right? But just having all of that metal underneath you is going to help. So
even though it's not coupled to the ground side,
yeah, because you still have what is it? Capacitive coupling, something like that.
Okay.
I was about to say it still interacts, even though it's not connected to the circuit. It still interacts with the circuit.
There's a guy in the UK, and for Molson, I'll send you the link. It's on my other YouTube channel, my private stuff that I watch. He was no, it's all Ham Radio stuff. I don't,
virus scan that before you open it.
No, it's all hand out.
Put it in incognito.
Don't go there. Stay on top of there. My wife is right over there. Don't go there. No, and you guys help me out. Galvanized wire. I forget how it goes. Steel that's galvanized, I think you can use, or vice versa. It's one of those that you don't want to use. And it was a big discussion about that, saying make sure if you're going to start laying out the critter mesh or the chicken coop wire, whatever.
Critter mesh.
Yeah, came from the ape. That came from the ape.
So,
I saw that.
You want something?
I'm gonna be trying that because I have a deer fence I put around an orchard in the back, and I have to put my 8-foot the last one and the last 12 gauge high tension wire, and I want to build a horizontal receiving antenna or horizontal loop receive antenna, and I don't know how that's going to interact with what's below it, but hey, I got to put it up anyway, so I might as well hook up something to it.
So all right, so we're looking at this. All right, Tio, you want something that's galvanized because the galvanization will resist the corrosion. That's what you want. You want either that stain or stainless. All right, something like that that will resist the corrosion for for being outdoors.
I'll tell you one thing. For the longest time, I was using regular automotive wire, and I had horrible. when I bought the DX10 wire from Cal, guess what? I don't know what it was. I don't know what it. Huge. It was 180 degrees of success. So
it's fantastic. Cool. All right, boys, I got to get out of here.
Hi,
Well,
Mike.
Mike, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Good to see you. Forward, boys. 73.
73.
I actually have to bounce out of here too. I have to tear down and leave the park before they close. So
because you happened to slaughter in the FT8 off tonight.
Oh, I've gotten way more contacts since then.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh no, he only got 90 points.
Yeah.
He only got 90 points.
Where's that shameless plug fly-in we got there? Shameless plug.
Where is
Mike?
that one?
Awesome. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thanks. All right, Mike. Have a good evening, sir. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Wait, Mike, before you leave, just remember, you are the first person who has been on the clubhouse that has not been inducted as a member.
Oh shit! I make a motion because he sat in this chair right here.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. I'll second that.
All in favor?
Welcome to the clubhouse, Mike.
Hi.
Hey. All right, welcome to the clubhouse now, Mike.
Thank you.
Get your few dudes out of here.
By the way, it's all bullshit, but we're doing it anyways. Well, there's room if anybody wants to join in. There's room. So
we'll still send you dues.
Yeah.
See you guys.
If anybody wants to join in, hit the link. Somebody want to put the link in if anybody wants to join in before we close her up.
Yeah, we've got a few more minutes left. I think there's still 44, 45 people that are hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah,
so
down to 40. But yeah,
somebody in the chat, throw out a topic. For us.
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody was trying to come in earlier. I saw the notification. So
I was just gonna see. Did you see Mike was like, he was trying to hide his road beers. He was drinking off can.
Good eye, Greg. Good eye.
I don't know why, because in the clubhouse, it is okay to bring your adult beverage to the clubhouse and enjoy that adult beverage while you're in the clubhouse.
Yeah, we got 5-0. We got 5-0. We got 5-0 in the house, so you got to be careful what you say. Joe,
I'm out of his jurisdiction.
That's right.
Hey, I would like to mention something you were talking about. Ham it forward earlier,
Sure, absolutely. Go for it.
I want to throw a call out to a buddy of mine that's helped me out a lot. Call signs NL7XT. His name's Al, and he's no longer in Alaska, but he's here in Indiana. So I like to tell people I talk on 2 meters to Alaska, but I don't know if you guys can see this, but I just picked this up last week. You probably can't see it. It's a hot
it looks like a
discone.
Yeah, it's a nice disc cone. I was talking about, I have a scanner that I purchased and wanted to pick it up, and he's like, "Well, I got a perfect antenna for you." And then at the last Hamfest we had, he brung his ICOM ID 5100, and I was like, "How much you asking for that?" And he's like, "Well, for you, $200."
Nice.
And I said, "Well, I didn't plan on buying another VHF UHF, but it's sold." So he's a ham guy, just puts all of his money into radios, and he's doing well. And he bought a ICOM 718 for a backup rig, and then he's like, I'll just do dual 7300, so I'll put it up for sale. And sold it to my little brother, who's, don't have much cash, and gave us a good deal on a 718 and a Signal Link, and I appreciate it. So I just want to give a shout out to NL7XT.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Hey, Greg, you are aware that antenna, you can use it for 6 meters, 2 meters, 220, I think, for 40, 12, 96, as well as for transmitting. So it's a great antenna.
Yeah,
that's an absolutely great antenna, especially for emergencies.
Yep.
Colson, you have anything to add? No. Okay.
I'm pushing the button to block A-Rod. I'm telling you, that guy. And by the way, I identify as KD2 FMW. Listen, I'll log off, guys, if you want me to.
No. You won't have anything.
No.
It's not my birthday, Ariel. What is with this whole thing? He
Put
does
him
it
in
because
timeout. Put him in timeout.
Suspend his account.
We got any more voting to do?
Andy's here. Andy finally showed up, right? I see Andy.
Andy's been here.
He's been.
He's been in the chat.
All right,
Put your glasses on.
I should put I can't find my glasses. I know they're somewhere, but not there.
Do we inducted Shacking and John?
We have not.
I make a motion.
So if someone wants to make that motion,
the two fine gentlemen that are in the bottom two squares, that they be inducted into the Ham Radio Clubhouse Hall of Fame.
I will second that.
Don't do it.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're here.
Wait a minute. All in favor say, what the oh, wait, I can't say that.
He's like, I don't want to be associated with you guys. So we have a good question inside of the chat, guys.
All right, where's it at?
It's at the bottom of the screen.
I have an answer for Taz. I had the same problem.
Get it?
All right, so Taz, there is some threaded rod. If you go to your local hardware store, what I did was,
hey Don,
yes.
That's called all thread.
What's it called?
That's what all thread is. All thread is it's a complete threaded rod. That is what.
No. This stuff just had threads for maybe about 2 inches, and then it was no thread.
That's a ball.
I call it thread. Am I calling the wrong thing?
Yeah, all thread would work. You just got to make sure that the pitch is correct for the.
And it should be in that base where Taz has it. So just get and if you have to buy longer, it's always better to be longer and just cut it. It's a simple fix. But that's what I did.
That's not pricey, man. It's not expensive to buy a threaded rod and put it in there. Just cut the same length as the other ones. Pop it in if it's the same thread profile, like Dan was saying. You're good to go.
Should be easy.
Yeah,
it's a simple fix.
Yeah, no problem there.
It'll still work. The antenna. The antenna will still work on receive, but if he's going to use it for transmit, all those rods have to be appropriate. The appropriate length.
They should be in there for transmit. Otherwise, you're going to be transmitting in an awful pattern if you don't have them in the right spots.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they should already be tapped, and you have no choice. But I find the disc cone. Does anybody else have a disc cone? I have one, and my buddy has one. They're okay. They're better receive antenna than the transmit antenna to start with, anyways, in my opinion. So I have the MFJ. I forget which one I have, but I don't find the disc cone that fantastic as far as for transmitting.
Ape, I think you need to come on here and talk about that.
Yeah, Ape has a great video on that. So, and I also want to say that if you're enjoying, there's 44 people that are sitting here right now, and if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. We do this every Tuesday night at 7:00, and it's a bunch of us just hanging out, shooting the shit, and we would love to have you join us.
Tell them to join us on Twitter so they get the notifications too.
Oh yeah, Ham Radio. what's Ham Radio Ho One, I think. Yeah, Ham Radio Ho One. If you want to join us on Twitter, because we are hoeing out that ham radio.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The disc cone, if you're not going to transmit, it's a great antenna. I mean, I see them at flea markets all the time for $20, $10, $30. Get one, man. You can't beat. You can throw it in the attic and forget it. Set it and forget it.
It works. It works on transmit too. It's just not as good as my vertical dual band antenna. So, and I'm not the only one with that result. So it'll still transmit. Like let's it's So. It is what it is.
Once again, it all depends what you want to do, as well as where is that repeater that you're trying to reach. The laws of getting to the repeater are the same, no matter whether you're using a folded dipole, J-pole, whatever. If the simple one works, go for it.
Yeah.
Even a J-pole. I've used a J-pole on this for a scanner antenna. Great. Works great. You know.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Breaking news!
Frank just posted what he's having for dinner in the Toads Discord.
What do you have? What's he eating? What's he eating?
It looks like cinnamon toast crunch squares and stir fry.
Cinnamon toast squares.
No, it looks like a stir fried chicken. It looks like a stir fried chicken, and oh yeah, definitely looks good there.
I'm jealous.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
With us on in the background.
Oh, look at that. Look at that Ham Radio Clubhouse in the background.
I want it. Does Frank really use chopsticks? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's completely authentic. Here.
I have tried so hard to use chopsticks. And guess what? There's more food on my shirt on the floor that hits my mouth. I cannot use a chopstick.
Don, if I make it up there, this summer, I will teach you how to use chopsticks properly. So we're gonna have a cigar. We're gonna have a cigar and ham radio on one night for field day, and the second night's gonna be chopsticks and ham radio for the second night.
So you're gonna teach them to use chopsticks without the rubber band and the wrapper rolled up between them, right?
Without the chopsticks training wheels.
Shane, that could be a short, or that could just be a whole 13-minute video with a lot of bloopers and a 2-minute ape dance.
How
to ham chopstick.
I just thought those sticks were to when you put the bowl up to your mouth and you just use it to scoop it, push it down. So
scrape it out.
That's how you do it. That's right.
I don't know.
I was in China.
Frank, that looked like a snack to me.
I was in China for work, and PBJ's coming out. I was in China for work, and my I went to this restaurant with all these guys from a factory, and we're sitting there, and in the middle of the table, there's a lazy Susan that you spin around, and they have this bowl with peanuts in it. And there's nothing that makes a white guy feel better than when you're in China and you're able to see this thing go around, and as it's spinning, grab a peanut and eat it, and they're all like, "Whoa, the white ghost can do it." But then the most embarrassing part of it was, they said, "You want to have some beer?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's have some beer." So they bring out these bottles of Qingdao, and Ariel, hold on, let me just do this here. Remove. You, my friend, are on a short notice. Okay, screw this. So, they bring out these bottles of Qingdao, and they're about the regular size of our beer, maybe a little bit bigger than our beer bottles. And it's in front of me. I start drinking the thing, and everybody looks at me like, "What are you doing?" And I didn't realize I had these little glasses that are like our shot glasses, and so they take that bottle and they fill it, and I'm like, "Dude, back home we chugged this in like 2 seconds." And I was so embarrassed after my victory with chopsticks. I was so embarrassed that I took the table beer and just started chugging it myself. So I'm not culturally aware, and so if I come to the U.S., be careful, because I'll probably offend you.
So I want to take the second
Border Patrol.
Yeah. Where'd he go? All right. So I want to take just 2 seconds to introduce Ariel, Mr. Peanut Butter and Jelly, to the stream.
Guy.
Welcome,
Great
Ariel. Ariel has a antenna that he's going to put out soon to everybody that is reminiscent of a really, really expensive fishing pole antenna that will be much more affordable. And I'm making those promises, and I'm not Peanut Butter and Jelly. So Ariel, we can't hear you.
What happened?
Thank God his camera is broken and his audio doesn't work.
Go ahead, Ariel.
And he's gone. Welcome to Tank Radio. Welcome to the Radio Clubhouse.
To Ham Radio.
Hey!
Welcome to Tank Radio and dinner.
You just missed Jason.
I know, right?
How did
I
that
would say
happen?
he missed him.
I don't know what happened.
We told Jason he's got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I
Take care,
just-
Dennis. Have a good night.
Sorry, I
Good night,
missed the
Dennis.
show. I was
Good night,
out,
Dennis.
actually. Good night.
Good night, brother.
Dennis.
I was actually at a cigar bar, getting some thumbnails ready for up and coming YouTubers Hamfest. And when I was leaving, I was like, "Oh man, I hope that's at 8 and not at 7." So, oops.
What cigar bar were you at, if I may ask?
It is a local cigar bar in Euless.
Oh, I have not been to one in Euless yet. I only go to the one that's near my house, which is Cigars International in the Colony.
Oh, okay. I'll shoot over the name, but I go there quite frequently.
Oh, please let me know. We should live stream from there.
Me and Jason thought about it a couple times, but it's the back is just not conducive for it. But keep that in mind. There's something going to happen there, probably late June or July.
Let me know.
He's shaming me. He's talking and eating with the topic at the same time, and nothing is dropped.
What? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Wow.
That would have been all over the floor by now.
Right in the shade.
You're good, Frank. You're good.
That's good. Marty, very good. Good question. Isn't it supposed to be Ham Radio, dude? That's a good one.
Wow.
Oh, he
So
says
great.
we're working on it. All right. So where we at? Tank, that looks mighty good there, sir. Yeah, that
It
picture
literally-
does look. It does look like cinnamon. You remember Cinnamon Toast Crunch squares?
Yes,
They had
yes.
the bigger ones. That's what it looks like.
So this was just me. When I said, "Hey, I'm here, I'm just cooking dinner," I started it. Just chopped up some pork and threw it in the iron skillet and grilled it up, and then threw everything in the wok, and bam!
Nice.
Good man.
Somebody needs to mute their stream.
Ariel.
All right.
Caller,
that
turn
better?
on your radio.
Right. I think it's Ariel.
Turn off your radio.
I just did.
There we go.
So
yes,
who's new?
Who's new? Who's new? You're looking at all the new people. We're all new,
Right.
Is it working?
So I want to ask Ariel how the testing is going on his replacement for the what is that the crank up IR or crank IR?
Mm-hmm. And he's frozen
And
again.
we lost him.
No, man. It's the PB fishing
Nope.
pole, but I'm gonna have to hook
There
it
we
up to
go.
my Wi-Fi because this is not working.
Well, all right. So the PB&J fishing pole, the entire.
Give me a minute. Let me
development
kick my
of it-
girls off the Wi-Fi. I'll be back.
I was just gonna say,
Kick everybody else off the Wi-Fi. So,
his kids are playing Minecraft.
10 o'clock, they need to be-
His antenna from like concept and development and everything. We've been following it, the Stank IR. We've been following it. Excuse me, the K5YVY chat on their antennas and 3D printing, as well as he's been dropping images of like his prints and stuff in the 3D prints channel on wow, the Stank IR and the Crack IR.
Oh, the crack IR. All right for that.
Nice.
Just keep all that. Just keep it coming. Just lay all those comments on Ariel. I've dealt with every stream I deal with Ariel. I'm Ariel's #1 supporter with his mad scientist things. I see what happens.
That #1 supporter or what?
Yeah, remove that guy. Fucking guy.
So, hang on. All right. So, Daniel,
I got the button.
I have the power.
Chopstick
Happy
power.
birthday.
Oh, wait.
Happy birthday, guys.
Oh, he's back.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Okay,
So-
I'll get a button.
Ariel, awesome to see you, man. Awesome to
I'll
see
get a
you.
button.
You get a button?
What's up? What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
We're just waiting for your audio to catch up with your video.
That and what's okay. Here we go. Welcome to the stream, Ariel. What's your Ham It Forward story?
Yeah.
You know,
Go
for
for
such
it.
a mad
Mhm.
scientist, you think
Watching
he'd
a
have a better
horribly-
internet connection.
This is a horribly
I give
dubbed
up.
kung fu movie.
It's a horrible kung fu movie.
Mhm.
So I want to ask Frank over at Tank Radio. Do you
Yes.
have a Ham It Forward story?
No, not right now. Actually, all the
did
ham it
someone ham
forwards
it
come to
forward
me
to
right
you?
now. Yes,
Yeah,
that
did
is
someone
right.
ham it forward to you? Absolutely.
All right,
that counts.
Absolutely.
everybody, let's
Yes.
ham it forward to Tank. Come on.
Yes,
I thought he'd never leave.
Mike, KAMRD sent me a pair of power pole crimpers, and I've been using that. And mostly that's it right now. Oh, how did I forget? Uber Geek sent me a soldering iron.
Nice.
He saw the $5 soldering iron thing I was using, and he was laughing pretty hard and says, "Here, let me get you one that actually works."
Frank, when you're crimping, do you recommend crimping first, solder first, or solder first and then crimp? What do you recommend?
When I soldered, it was just enough to hold the little shielding or the thing you're crimping on, and then I crimped it all the way. I don't really have a preference one way or the other. I just soldered just a bit to hold it on there so I could get in the crimping tool nicely, and then
Just
I
a
crimp
tip.
it down.
Just a tip. Yeah.
That's genius.
Tip.
Yeah,
Just the tip.
Just
See?
the tip.
Frank's genius tips. That should be a short right there.
There you
That
go.
should be a short for you. See, you come on this show and we create content ideas.
We
for
create your
everybody.
I
content.
love it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I need ideas. My book is
go.
kind of thin of ideas, so I need more. Look at all these empty pages. Empty. I only have a couple of filled here at the beginning. I need more ideas. See, empty.
So I want to say we've got about 9 minutes left. We're probably going to shut it down at the 2-hour mark, which is a record for the Ham Radio Clubhouse.
That's a first.
Yeah,
man.
it's a very
Thank you.
first. And
Thank you,
we
everybody,
want to
for
thank
hanging with us.
everybody that is in the chat right now. You guys are awesome. Thanks for participating with us. Thanks for joining us. For those that wanted to join in the out of the chat into the stream here, every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Like, subscribe, and add us to your favorites so that you get that notification bell every time. About 30 minutes prior to when we go live on the air, you'll get a little notification that says, "Hey, I should be over on the Ham Radio Clubhouse channel."
Yep.
I mean,
All right,
it was
you're
great
welcome,
having
Yeah, thank
Greg
you so
and
much, Greg. I
Greg and
appreciate it.
John tonight.
Yeah.
Hey guys, guys, thank you very much for popping
Yeah,
in.
thank y'all for coming out.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
both of you. Absolutely.
All right, so going down the list here today, we had Jason, Ham Radio 2.0. We had K8MRD radio stuff, or AKA K Murder. We have Shaq and Greg. We have John. We have Tank, and we had Ariel.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
It's always a fun stream, guys.
Absolutely.
And
You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Ariel's going to be available right as we're ending.
Oh, look at Tank. Outer Banks Pota Part 2.
Dropped yesterday. Go check it out.
Yeah.
He has a part. Frank, seriously, you have a part 3 coming, right?
Well, I have part 2, and that's the whole trip entirely. But there are going to be 3 parts of contacts. So I posted part 1. Part 2 is going to come up next week, which is going to be the 4-banger that Jason and I did. And then after that is going to be the contacts in Long Island.
Milking that content for all it's worth. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
After like 20 minutes, people don't watch.
Sure,
don't
absolutely.
watch.
No, I agree with you there.
So you got to cut it in like nice 15-minute segments. And even if I put 15-minute segments out there, my average watch time is 5 minutes.
Hey,
people
we
watch
all
Frank's
strive for
videos.
50%. We always strive for 50%. So
Yep.
at least watch half of our videos when you're out watching videos. Please.
If you're
Thank
not,
you.
I say this very sincerely. If you're all not watching Frank's videos, watch them from start through the end. You got to watch Frank's
Absolutely.
stuff.
There's
Yeah.
always
It is
pearls of wisdom all along the
There
way.
is. It is. It's fun. It's good. It's entertainment. There's some serious learning in there. Frank does a great job. I say that very sincerely. And maybe in an Frank, finally, do you have me working you where you didn't even know you were working me? Do you have that? Do you know if you have that?
Which park it was? Because
I
I
don't
have
remember. I have to check my logs.
I
We have
lost some
logbooks
parts
for that.
So, if I have it on video, it is going to be posted in one
That'd be
of those
funny.
all QSO videos.
Nice.
Guy
Man,
in the background.
Y'all
is
should
like,
do a short about that.
Very cool.
And the
So,
link to
Frank,
everyone's.
Frank, when are you getting that HF rig?
As soon as I figure out the house situation. Actually, Monday, paperwork auto started going for my refinance.
Good.
Nice.
So,
Good.
Nice.
Congratulations.
At
Good.
least 4 weeks, I have to find a new house, or I'm staying here. So we will see.
All right.
Look at
The
that! Look
STO
at that! You got a
we're
crawl? How'd you do a crawl? Y'all are so
We're awesome
professional.
like that.
Hey.
Hey, we got the best tech guys. I guess.
And we don't pay them shit.
We don't pay them nothing. They get the same thing that they would have gotten somewhere else.
They get beer or whiskey or cigars or
Ooh, cigars.
Yes.
So
Yep.
Whiskey for
We
me
need to
and
do a
beer for my
cigar.
horse.
We need to do a cigar only episode at some point. Not on Tuesday night. We'll figure out
That's an easy one.
whatever
for
we
me.
can. We can put a cigar night together. I know some people
Huntsville.
over at Cigars International, or we could do it at Huntsville. That would be a good idea because I am going to order some cigars to hand out to my friends that smoke cigars while we're at the Montesano National Park in Huntsville. I'm sorry, Huntsville. Alabama.
Huntsville.
Is that you,
Bam.
Shane, talking? I lost the window.
Yes, that is me talking.
Okay, cool.
Frank heard cigars.
You know how long it took me to do this for the YouTubers Hamfest? All of this? That's what I was doing at the cigar bar for 2 hours.
And smoking cigars.
Dan is holding the talking finger. Dan, what's up?
So, motion we adjourn.
I will second that at the top of the hour. So that gives us about 4 minutes to go. So
All
you
right,
want to go
guys.
around the room and see
let's
who's
go around the
got
room.
what going on? Yeah. So
All right.
Don, you want to start?
I got some shorts coming up. Smoke Signals RF. Catch me on YouTube. Catch me on Twitter. I got some more antennas came in. Don't tell the wife. So we're gonna be fooling around with them. I got the next
You just
2
put
days
it live
off.
on YouTube, so I'm sure she knows by now.
You don't watch.
So I got the next 2 days off here in my rotation. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna do some repeat offenders, but and in a couple more weeks, I'm gonna start getting to some of those parks. I need to start getting the Connecticut list accomplished, just for my own preference. So, but
Yeah,
we're
be
gonna
cool.
and planning for field day. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do for field day, but I got some ideas.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yes, we are. So,
Steve-O, what you got?
So I am going to be up in DC for Memorial Day weekend. So I'll be
That's
catching,
District of Columbia, those that are not living in the United States.
Yep. So I'll catch the YouTubers Hamfest on Team Replay, but I'm going to try to activate a park in Maryland, DC, and Virginia.
Ooh.
And there's a possibility that Jason may join me at one of those parks.
So you need to do Rhode Island because I need Rhode Island. So go to Rhode Island.
dude, I can go to Rhode Island for you. That's easy.
I was going to say, but Don,
What are you
gotta-
waiting on?
You got to do it on QRZ.
But Steve, I'll be happy. That would be fun to work you there, because that short hop is it's been tough lately for me to get into that DC Virginia area.
I'm gonna run my KM4 ACK infed about 3 foot off the ground to go invis.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, W3AX I think is going to join me at one of the parks.
Nice. Daniel, what you got coming up?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a video going out soon on We Build We Learn how to fix your dealer's scale, and besides for that, I got a bunch of stuff in the pipelines. Just stay tuned. I do have a day job. Pass it over to Joe.
Buddy. Joe Brett, Bro Jet.
Bro.
So that's me. Yeah.
Thanks,
so
Joe.
I put a video out every now and then. I'll go live sometimes, but
We're
just come
missing
check
that,
out
by the
channel.
way.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm missing all the regulars in the chat and stuff. But as far as chat goes, everybody that's been in the stream, in and out, still here. I've tried to post to keep up with chat and post their channel links, John's and Shaq and Greg's and Tanks. So you may have to scroll up a little bit, but you can see it in the live chat.
Nice. And for me, I don't have anything live coming up. I do have 2 videos coming up. I'm going to do a InFed half wave, the MF 1984 MP. It will be one video. The second video will be the Pac-10 Mini unfed half wave cut to 20 meters and doing a vertical. So I'll do that with some parks on the air. Other than that, that's about it for now. I need to get busy coming up with some new video ideas. So on to Beer Snack. What you got?
I did this.
Yeah, you. Beer nuts.
Nah, just
Come on, Doritos. What you got?
I just hang out Doritos. What the?
Yeah.
Doritos and beer don't go together.
My favorite beer snack is Doritos. Oh, we lost him. Bum-bum-ba-dum.
I've really got nothing. Hanging out, being having a good time. That's about it. That's where we're at.
For those of you that need help setting up your information for the FT8 off, you can go to Dan's channel, and he has a video on how to set up your WSJTX, as well as I think a couple of other software systems for the FT8 off. So you can find a link to Dan's channel in the description of this particular video and any of the other Ham Radio Clubhouse videos. Chuck and Greg, what do you got coming up?
We got a video. It's me and my brother Norm. He's in Texas. I'm in Indiana. We're going to do a Houston area.
No, he's 5 years south of me.
Clear Lake. And then we're going to do a ship radio clock room.
Nice.
Ship
nice.
radio room clock video. And just want to give a shout out to some guys in my ham shack or my ham club that have a YouTube channel. 3 old tech dudes, and they have a great channel. It's not only ham radio, but a lot of 80s tech too. So guys, check out the 3 old tech dudes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at it.
I wrote that down. Thank you.
John, what you got coming up on your channel?
Normally I'm only releasing one a week at the moment, but basically I normally just wait for the next squirrel to run past. I do have a couple of things on working through the manuals of things like the G90, and I've also got an antenna to try and reconfigure to upgrade it, make it better at the lower frequencies.
Thanks. Well, make sure that you join the Discord for the Toads as well as the K5YVY. Share that link so that we can get that out to everybody here, so that we can check that video out. Nice.
Excellent.
Winning.
Hey, I'm gonna interrupt.
And John,
quickly.
I think we became best friends.
Aw, BFFs. That's amazing.
I just subscribed to John's channel. John, I didn't know you have a channel, but he's at 98. So guys, check it out. Mike 7 Charlie Papa Tango, and check out his channel and subscribe to John's
Push
channel.
him up.
Yeah,
Come on,
subscribe to our
guys.
channel.
Push 'em up.
We want to get him over 100.
Push them up.
Let's do
Absolutely.
it.
Links
Let's
in
go
the
to
chat.
Tank.
Tank Radio. What's
Take
coming up?
Radio. Well, what's coming up next week is part 2 of the contacts, the 4 park, and then followed by YouTubers Hamfest, which I created all of these. What's going on there? I have 4 streams. I don't know what's going on. What did I sign up for here?
Nobody else does either.
Yeah, it's just all over the place.
Look at that.
I see some meats.
I see meat.
Yeah.
Frank's got
Hey, John.
Frank's got some good meat.
I see meats, but no radios.
There'll probably be radios.
That's
But
all right.
That's all that's going on.
Awesome.
Hey, John, why
All
don't you
right.
know you're at 104 subscribers, brother?
Yes. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That's what we do. We support each
wanna
other.
ask.
You guys are awesome. Yep.
73
All right,
guys.
so-
Have a great night.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on.
Joe Brett, what you got?
So we had a question in chat. Thomas wanted to know where John was from. So I QRZ him real quick, and it's England. Okay, correct?
That's correct.
All right. So what time is it in DX land over there in England?
It is 3:02 a.m.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
So I mean,
You're a trooper.
We better get 2
Yes.
more subs at least for him.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Send that man a subscription. That's
107 now.
109.
Nice.
109.
There you go.
Look at that.
Good job.
Come on, do I hear 110? Come on, do I hear 110, 110, 110? Come on, now. Come on,
Blow up his channel. Come on.
come on, come on, come on.
Everybody in this
110.
chat is amazing. You guys are
110.
amazing.
Ah, 110.
That's how we
73
do it.
guys.
That's how we do it. All right, everybody, 73, wave to the crowd. I'll hit the button in just a
Thank
moment.
y'all.
But thank you, each and every one of you that joined us tonight and stuck with us for 2 hours. Y'all are amazing. We'll see you next week. See you next Tuesday.
2 hours. I
Except
better
for
go to bed.
Ariel.